All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word in all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. Now I want to get into this video that the beloved brother made here, okay? And if you're not subscribed, subscribe already. Who am I kidding? You're already subscribed. Most of the brothers already subscribed to this brother. He makes very edifying videos, you know. And like I said, if you ain't subscribed, go subscribe, okay? This was a very edifying video, okay? And it was basically going into asking, you know, how do you guys know that you guys may be the prophets, or even, you know, for anybody along the lines of thinking that the prophets aren't here today, you know, that's you know, no, the Lord always sends his prophets, man. He sends his prophets to warn the people. Okay, it's like you having a parent, right? And your parent says, all right, this, you know, like you're growing up in the house, and one day your dad just comes back and gives you a flogging, a beating, you know, as they would say, discipline. That's utter confusion, man. You got to warn your kid before you come back home like some kind of tyrant and just, you know what I mean? You got to give warning. So the Lord always sends us a warning, you know. And when you look at things, you know, we have the law, okay? We have the law, statutes, and commandments. These other nations don't have none of those things. So they don't have what we have. Okay, and what we got is very special. And then besides that too, there's a thing called reincarnation, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Let me get that real quick. So this is how we know that the Lord, you know, even prophecies, okay? There's a lot of prophecies that's happening in this time, the MOTB, you know what I mean? The downfall of America, the downfall of these nations, the whole downfall of this place. Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. Now, the Lord sends out his prophets to warn these people. Remember, there's going to be 144,000 elect men, right? Has Yahushua come back yet? No, right? So what is he going to do when he comes back? He's going to send his angel to gather his elect from the four winds, right? So obviously, you know, those elect are the prophets. And obviously, like I said right here, 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 32, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, okay? And when we go into reincarnation, even Yahushua said, who do men call me? Who do men say that I am? Okay, why would he be saying that? Is he confused? No, he's not confused, okay? So the Lord sends his prophet, you know, right there, let the prophet speak 2 or 3, let the other judge. Anyways, going back into this. So the Lord sends his prophets, and we know that Yahushua hasn't returned yet. And like I said, let's go to Matthew chapter 24. The Lord's going to send his angels. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So you see that? So we know that the prophets are here, okay? So going into this, yep, Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 4. Let me start from 4 to 5, Salakia. For they are impotent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith Yahweh power. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there had been a prophet among them, right? So when all this conundrum and all this stuff comes down the pipe, and they screaming and yelling and seeing these prophecies that we've been telling them, That's when they're going to realize, oh shit, there had been a prophet among us, man. This is why it's written right here, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7, by faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heirs of the righteousness which is by faith. Okay, so Noah moved with that fear, knowing that, hey, what the Lord said is going to happen is going to happen. So he moved with that fear through faith. Okay, holding his faith that what the Lord said is he's going to do, he's going to do. So he moved with fear. He said, no. I'm gonna make my move. I'm gonna make my move. He's gonna make his move. I'm gonna make my move. So in that day, salvation will be upon me, right? And this is what the prophets are out here warning you guys about, but you're not listening. Okay, that's why we're giving you warning, man. We receive a message through the scriptures, through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, first of all, because you can't receive in no other way. It's the Father that has to draw you onto the Son, and it's through the Spirit. Okay, so we receive that message, and with all readiness, we preach this word, defend it, teach. You know what I mean? And we're looking for the elect. Philippians chapter 3 and 15. Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if in anything ye be otherwise minded, the power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, shall reveal even this unto you. And through scriptures, and guess what? Through the prophets, okay? Because what happened with, Genesis 3 and 8. Adam, okay? Genesis 3 and 8. And they heard the voice of Yahweh walking in the garden in the cool of the day. Okay, what do you mean you heard the voice of Yahweh walking in the garden? If Yahweh came to this place, that would be it. Okay? That'd be it for this place. All right, it even tells you that when Yahweh went to go send a message to Moses, there was trembling and shaking, and they were like, no, you go, Moses, you go, you know what I mean? So the prophets, okay, that's how they heard the voice of the Lord, okay, by the prophets. Now watch this, Jeremiah chapter 7. 1 second, Hakim. Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 25, if I'm not mistaken. 1 second. Get this, Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 25. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. So when you go into Luke 1 and 7, what does it say here? From the beginning of time. Oops, Salakia. So the Lord's always been dealing with his prophets, always sending his prophets. Okay. Luke 1 and 7, D, Salakia, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Okay. So what? That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Well, guess what? They rejected the word, right? 1 Samuel 9 and 9. This is what a prophet's job is to do. Give you that warning before it come to pass, man. But going into that again, that's what a prophet's job is to do. We give you the warning, get your blood off our hands. So in that time, when the calamity happens, when the calamity happens, those who listen, right? Revelation 1 and 3, blessed is those who read it, who hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things written therein, right? Roughly phrasing, for the time is at hand, because those who actually obtain and follow and change their ways, salvation's for them. That's why the prophets are there giving you this warning constantly, okay? But the ones who don't want to listen and want to reject, you know what's coming for you. First Samuel chapter, and if you don't know, death and destruction, man. First Samuel chapter 9 and 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. Okay, because a seer is supposed to do what? Foresee. Okay, tells you that what? Oh, what's all this water on the floor? Tells you that what? A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. How does he do that? Because he's a prophet. Okay, the Lord is working with him, spirit to spirit. Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil. Man, all these bells and whistles. God damn. Salakia. 1 second. Plantation work. Good. Okay, good. Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on unpunished. And the simple of our people are the 2/3. They don't want to listen to what we're telling them, so they pass on, and guess what? They're punished. All right? It tells you that in Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 1, he that being often reproved harden his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. And that's right. Because the righteous man, the prophet, he's going to foresee that. He's going to know by scripture and by the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, hey, I got to move wisely. I got to do this. I got to do that. What does the scripture say? That's why it tells us that Romans 15 and verse 4, these things were written aforetime for our learning, right? For whatsoever things were written aforetime, were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope, right? So when you reflect on these and we see these things in the past, all the prophets did that. You don't think that Jeremiah saw the scriptures or read the scriptures from before, or going into the New Testament? They were quoting. All the prophets damn near did that, okay? Almost all the prophets, Salakia, damn near quoted what was before, okay? And prophecy was attached to a lot of those things that they were quoting, okay? And the brother had made mention of some of those in the video, okay? When you go into Zechariah, okay? Zechariah chapter, actually, no, it was at camp. They're actually mentioning that. Zechariah chapter, was it Zechariah or Zephaniah? Where it talks about he's coming in on the ass, okay? All those things were spoken about, and then it happened, okay? Just like the brother was making a video, and he said, yeah, that's what prophecy is about, man. You speak it, then it happens, and there's no excuse. There's no way that you could say, hey, I never knew. Fuck that. We were all there speaking it, man. So going back into that, those things that were written aforetime were for our learning, man. And going back into 1 Samuel 9 and 9, they were called a seer, okay? And now, what? A prophet, okay? So basically, you're just a spiritual weatherman, a worker for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to give the people, that warning, because you could foresee the evil to come, okay? The Lord has put it in your spirit. Romans chapter 10 and verse 18. But I say, 17. So then, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. Right? So our sound went out there. You have no excuse, yo. You have no fucking excuse. But you know what the problem is with you 2/3 Jakes? Right here, Matthew chapter 16 and verse 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto them. Salakia. And there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. The prophet Jonah. Okay, what was Jonah doing? And he left them and departed. What was Jonah doing? Jonah was sent to go give the word unto those people, if I'm not mistaken, Nineveh. Okay? And he tried to run, and we all know the story. That he ended up in the land, the people repented, okay, and I think Jonah was mad. Yeah, I think Jonah was mad, and the Lord made I think it was a cucumber tree or a gourd, and then he took it down, and then, he was trying to show him like, yo, I'm the controller of these things, man. Not you. You get mad because at that particular time you want to see, because I think Jonah had set up himself to watch to see what's going to happen. But anyways, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. What was he doing? Prophesying. Telling them what was about to happen if you don't change your ways. Okay? That's the very same thing we're doing out there right now. So, in their times, all these prophets, somebody would have said to them, yo, how do we know that you're a prophet? Many people did that, okay? How do we know you guys are prophets? Oh, you guys are drunk. You guys are crazy. You guys are nuts, okay? Until the calamity happens, and then they're like, oh, shit, okay? But it ain't gonna be no oh, shit in that day. It's just done, over with, man, okay? Let me see something real quick. Yup. This is why we tell you Amos chapter, well, in the NLT, in the NLT, let me see here, NLT, let me get in the NLT and I'll close out. Don't want to make this too long, just, straight to the point. The brother had made a Yappa video. Hey, in Sirach, chapter 21, verse 15, say you commend it and add on to it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Commending it and adding on to it. NLT, Amos 5 and 18. What sorrow awaits you who say, if only the day of the Lord were here? You have no idea what you're wishing for. That day will bring darkness, not light. Okay? So woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, man. And that's 2/3 of our people. Who talk about, oh yeah, when the brothers were out there at camp too, same brothers, when they were out there at camp, there was some individual talking about he was saved, okay, just because he believed or just because he knew, whatever he knew, but no, when the incident's gonna, like, if I tell you I'm coming to save you and you're bunkered down somewhere, right? You're not saved until I get to you and extract you from that situation, okay? Like somebody says, yo, I'm pinned down in the army. I'm pinned down. I need help, boom. So then they say, okay, where's your location? Da-da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. Southwest, da-da-da, you know the numbers. Until his platoon, whatever, gets to that situation and gets him out, okay, not even gets there to him, okay? Because they could all die in that one section. But until he's removed from that, just like the church come to take us, Lord willing, okay? Lord willing, we be of that hopeful elect, Slakia. Lord willing, we be of the elect, hopefully, That's why we always say the hopeful elect. But Lord willing, we be of that number. Until you are extracted, let me say it like this, until you are extracted out of this nuclear fire that's pending, it's going to come, okay? Then you're saved. When you're on a chariot looking down, as the scriptures tell you, rejoicing and giving glory and seeing Babylon on fire, then you are saved, okay? Not even getting, as they would say, raptured, okay? Chariots come and take you within a twinkling of an eye. Your body, the Lord could take you up and just drop you 100 feet back down, Because the Lord's coming to get down, man. You're going to be, the wappo zappo with those chairs. They're going to be, it's going to be a hell of a day. That's why it says, you have no idea what you're wishing for, okay? So yeah, man, the prophets are here to give warning, and as the prophecies tell you that, we still here. Yahweh Shai has a return. So yes, there is prophets here. And, that's why we always say, we're of that, Lord willing, we be of that number, the hopeful elect. Because remember, the Lord sent false prophets out there too. Okay? So, you know, that's what the job of a prophet is, and that's, you know, what the prophets are here to do. Give you that warning, man. And be out, you know. And that's it, man. All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing his word in all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified. Lord willing, to the next time. Matthew chapter 24 and 13. To you all. Wa abad babad. Shalom.